Good morning. It's Thursday, the 23rd of November, I think. I'm feeling a bit stressed because I just found out that the deadline for some work I'm doing for my course, a big PDF document about what I've done over the module, and the drawings I'm doing for the migrant project are all due in the first week of December, so I've got not very much time to get all that finished. Luckily I have done a lot of work on them already, but there's a lot more to do. And I'm really disappointed because when I woke up this morning, I had hoped that my hip would just go back into place in the night when I was asleep, and that when I woke up in the morning I'd be able to walk without dragging that leg along painfully, and keeping it locked like I have to walk on it, but sadly no. I'm still limping almost as much as I was yesterday, and I do think the hip is not in the socket of the joint essentially. And it's these ball and socket joints that seem to cause the most problems in EDS, for me anyway, because it's my shoulder on that side, which is another ball and socket joint that's started all this, and that was the reason I started making these video diaries. And now my hip is out of place and I have to drag my leg along behind me. You might be thinking, why don't you go to the hospital? Well, you know what my previous experiences of the hospital are like. They essentially don't do anything and make me feel really stressed out, and occasionally accuse me of faking or being crazy. So I'm just going to try and live with it, at least for today and tomorrow. If it doesn't go back eventually, I'll obviously have to seek some sort of medical care, but I don't think it's gone quite that far yet. It is really painful though, very painful to walk just 1 metre or 2 metres dragging my leg along, and I'd say it's probably got more painful the longer it's been out of place, to be honest. So I've got to crack on with some university work today, and I'm going to try and do that, but it's very difficult when my hip's dislocated at the same time. I mean, it was kind of funny, the difficulty I was having walking yesterday, and I was laughing in that clip I made, but it's not funny now because it's still extremely painful, and my mobility is more limited than ever. Sorry, I just wanted to grab my cup of tea. I'm gonna try and get on with some university work, basically. I'm just going to make another video of my hip where you can see the hip more clearly, because I know it will be useful in future to look back at and see how it started.